What? Anytime.
Am I on? I think I'm on. No. Oh, yeah. No, I'm on. Big time, high tech. All right.
If you were hoping for. At this time, we will call this meeting to order, because if we don't start on time, we'll be late. May I have a roll call, please?
Trustee Pfeiffer. Here. Trustee Doro. Here. Trustee Myers.
Here.
Trustee Washliger.
Here.
Trustee Connor.
Here.
Trustee Ledke. Here. President Vanderstel.
Here. If you'd all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Trustee Connor, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cal, feel the heat now. Wow.
Yeah.
We got the heating there. Cool.
As is customary with these meetings and the open government in Heartland, at this time we would allow for public comments from anybody that would like to give them. Please step towards the podium, state your name and address, and give your comments. It does not appear that there's anybody that wants to give public comments, so we will move on to our next item on the agenda. If there is anybody that wants to give public comments, please raise your hand if you are slow getting to the podium. There are none. The first item on the agenda is consideration of a motion to approve the village board minutes of the December 27th, 2021 meeting.
Also move.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion on those minutes.
I abstain.
President, I have discussion for a possible update on page 2 under number 4, second paragraph. Third sentence, it reads, the draft language includes provision that all vehicles, and I believe that should be all vehicles. If we could just make that adjustment to all.
That's
Thank you.
been noted.
Thank you, sir.
That's been noted and will be changed to correct from AL to ALL. Any other discussion? I'm going to call the question. All in favor with that change? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Abstain.
That motion is carried. Next item on the agenda is a consideration of a motion to approve the vouchers for payments in the amount of $3,530,482.52.
I'll make a motion to approve the vouchers in the amount of $3,530,482.52.
Second.
It's been moved in second. The floor is open for discussion. Anybody want discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. Oh, I'm sorry. You catch the abstention?
I did.
My apologies. The abstention has been caught. Next item on the agenda is consideration of a second reading for bill for an ordinance number 1227, 2021, an ordinance creating 22-168 through 22-173 of the Village of Heartland Code of Ordinances regulating mobile food vendors.
As I discussed with this, I think we're quite a ways off on this. There's no rush on the food truck policy currently. I know that some people I think we need discussion instead of having continued readings because there's still some, I think there's a lot that needs to be cleaned up on the board level. So I personally would like to see us kind of start over.
If anybody would like to suspend the rules to kill this, now would be the time.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to suspend the rules. Open invitations to motions to do with this as you wish are on the floor.
I'll make a motion that we hold off on any more readings until we have more discussion to bring it back.
I'm sorry, I screwed up a little bit. I need to take a vote on the suspension of rules. We will get back to that. That's my fault. As the chair of the meeting, I screwed up. I need to take a vote on the suspension of rules. I apologize. I will call the question for suspension of rules. All in favor of suspending the rules? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried to suspend the rules. Now going back to what I said. Trustee Doral, the floor is yours.
I'll make the motion that we postpone any more readings or before we bring this back until we have time to further discuss this as a board.
The second was Trustee Ludke. Do you second that?
Oh, I didn't second that one.
Oh, I
I
thought
seconded
you
the first one. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, understood.
Sorry. I can second it. I'll
No,
second it.
I did not mean to, I'm trying to keep track of everything. I'm very sorry and did not mean to.
I'll second it.
put-
Yeah, I mean, I can.
It has been seconded to start this process over, to kill the current reading for a bill of ordinance, and this would cause a starting over and a restudy by the village staff. This would be a starting over.
So, yes,
Any
before-
discussion to our administrator, please go ahead.
So essentially what I'd look to do is kind of bring this back in the format that we have and just have discussion so that I'd like to get a policy that all 7 of you are on board with. Something that makes sense because this will be our first shot. We can always amend it and change it later, but I think we're just kind of all over right now.
Interim Administrator, just a question for you. Are you saying you'd like to bring a policy back or you'd like to bring an ordinance back?
Well, essentially, I'd like to just bring the ordinance back for discussion. We're not voting on it, anything like that.
Okay.
Build it to how we want it to be and then go through the readings.
As an ordinance?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Would you be able to perhaps do the original, what you first did before you added everyone's comments into it?
We can bring it back, however,
Well, I'd
again,
like to see both so people can see and compare,
Okay.
and then I think that would help with the discussion.
I can do that.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to add to the discussion? I think that what's been said states what the members of the village board want to the staff, and I believe staff will carry that out. I'm confused right now. Did we take a vote on?
No.
No, I don't believe we
No
did.
vote.
So we still need to take a vote on making an end to this, and that will put us back at square one. We will start again on where the village board, the representatives of the people, will work with the village staff to create a new policy or ordinance. In this case, it appears it will be an ordinance, but either or, it is up to the members of the village board as the representatives of the people. I'm going to call the question at this time. This is to kill the current readings that we have going forward on the ordinance and to start over again based on the information that we know now. I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. We will begin again. Village staff will work with the various members of the village board in coming up with what the representatives of the people want most for the village. The next item on the agenda is a consideration of a motion to approve a proposal from Ruekert-Mielke to conduct an impact fee study update in the amount of $19,300. I'm guessing that Mr. Faulkner will want to speak.
I got it. Yeah,
sorry,
I
our
would-
administrator will carry that out.
So this has been something that's kind of been part of our budget for 5 years that we just haven't moved forward. So an impact fee are, if you recall, that is when new homes come in, it's their portion of a new expense. So for DPW, we have the salt shed. For the police department, we have the police garage. For the fire department, we have the Survive Alive house. Parks we can use for generally any facility. We've used it for structures in the past. And library was for the library edition. So it's been, I think, 12 years, so 12 or 13 years since we last did one. So it would be updating our entire study for all the new homes, changing the fees, everything associated with it, as we're starting to pay off all of the structures. So pretty much they'll get staff input, talk to each department and come up with ideas to put together for the impact fees. So the goal of an impact fee isn't to pay, like, for an entire new police and fire department, it would be to pay their portion of that for any houses that come on. If that's the route we went, that was just an example.
If staff put it on the agenda, I stand behind it 100%.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to approve the proposal given by Ruekert-Mielke to conduct the impact fee study in the amount of $19,300.
I'll second.
Then moved and seconded to move forward that motion regarding Ruekert-Mielke and that study. Anybody that wants to discuss it?
The only
feel free
thing
to go ahead.
I'd say, on the study itself, it might be a typo. It says 19,276. That says 19,300, so.
I think they
Which
just
is-
kind of calculated hours, the
Okay.
19,300 again, it's just probably rounding and.
With that question coming up, I think it'd be fair to note that Administrator Bailey, whatever the amount is, that's what you would. put
Correct,
on
and
it.
if it went
You
over
would
that.
not
we
give
would-
a tip.
Correct. No tip.
No, I'm being honest.
Yes.
I mean, I understand you were rounding, but.
Yep, no, they'll give us a bill.
And to Trustee Connor's point, that is important to note, because it is taxpayer money, that $13, but whatever the amount is, that's what we
Right.
pay. They could come to us to a change order for a drop, or it may be $200 more.
And the only other thing I was gonna, I'll be honest, I'm kind of naive to cost factors. Is this a reasonable price? I have no idea if I'm approving something that's way out of line, or I've never seen one before, so.
Yeah, again, so there's a lot of effort into this. We haven't done one in 13 years. If you're redoing one every couple of years, yeah, it's not so bad. But all the expenditures, everything that we have, it's going to be a complete overhaul. It would be like doing a water rate study. You need to get into it and find out what some of those expenses are, so.
President, I just had one request. The last bullet point, it had stated that Ruekert-Mielke would bring forth the PowerPoint presentation to present to the village board. I would just like to see the study prior to the village board meeting to review that study, so if I had questions prior to the presentation. Thank you.
I've been really telling staff to make
Thank
sure
you.
they take note of that, so
Yeah.
we can get that.
Thanks.
You can do that.
And when would we have them present that? At the next village board meeting?
No, that study, everything will take several months.
So, but they will come and present the
Correct.
previous as well?
Yep.
That's been noted and it will be presented.
Perfect,
Or
thank you.
I will demand that it's presented.
Thank
When
you.
they have it ready, I will
We
have
will
them give it to
demand it's
us.
presented.
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is not just in the packet, like an actual, so we have time to prepare and.
Yep.
Thank you so
We can
much.
do that.
Because I know it'll be an in-depth process.
When I,
Been noted, should be in the minutes, and if anyone does miss it, please call it out, because it should be, it's being noted right now.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else on that? I know we have a motion, so I'm going to call the question at this time. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. At this time, we have announcements. I will leave it up to the board first. Trustee Walschlager, it appears you have an announcement.
Yes, I would like to let everyone know that our veterans, we're doing a third annual sleep out for our veterans. They will be sleeping in the parking lot of the Legion Post 294, and that's located at 231 Goodwin Avenue in Heartland here, and that'll be on February 11th and 12th. And their goal is to raise awareness of homeless veterans, and they're going to be accepting cash donations as well as non-perishable food items and clothing. And if anyone needs a list of any of that, it will be here at the village. And I was at this last year, and it's always the coldest weekend of the year. And it's amazing what they can do with a cardboard box. And there's also going to be music on Friday night, and it's a really nice to talk to people and find out what's been going on and how our homeless vets are being helped and what they need. So anyway, I suggest if you haven't been to it or if you have, stop by and see what's happening.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I just wanted to
Trustee
say-
Walschlager, did you have any more announcements?
No, I'm done.
Anybody else with announcements?
I just want to say thank you to our staff. The ice ring is phenomenal. And I have just seen lots of families that have gone down, and it's just really a true asset to our community. So kudos to the board and our staff and the park board and all that kind of came together to make that happen really quickly. That happened in a year, and so I'm just really impressed. So, well done. Thank you. I yield.
I'd like to add on to that. One of our staff had to come in Saturday afternoon, and he witnessed 30 ice skaters on that rink. That is phenomenal.
I would like to further add on to that, and I know he's not looking for it, but Mr. Hallquist, the president of our park board, is in attendance to see that through, that we get all the way through to having that ice rink. It's something people were looking for. It's what the community was looking for, something the community wanted. You saw it through, and I want to say thank you to yourself and the other people in the park board. That's what the park board is for, so that Heartland gets what they want. It is a board that helps the village board understand what the people want. You guys are in-depth in the parks people. Heartland is a more happy place and a better place because of the work you guys have done. Thank you very much.
And I just wanted to give a little shout out to our fire, police, and DPW for over the Christmas holidays and the New Year's and that. I know you guys have been pretty busy because I hear the sirens all the time. And then the snow and all that, being quick on that, it's pretty nice to see. And I always get compliments on how well our streets are cleaned and the police and the fire department. So I just wanted to say thanks.
So with Wisconsin Surplus, we sell all of our equipment on Wisconsin Surplus. Last year's plow truck finally came in November, so we just stripped off of the decals and the equipment that the Village of Heartland could use. We put our 20-year-old snow plow, which we paid $55,000 for 20 years ago. I'm sorry, we paid $72,000. We received $55,000 in the auction for this because no municipalities can buy trucks. They're over a year out. So another municipality bought it. Incredible,
That is
isn't it?
awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
20 years of service.
And that's
Sell what we
that's a
got now.
testament.
Isn't that nice?
Strike while the iron is hot.
They said that they can't believe how clean the outside is of our equipment. So that's a
Fantastic.
testament to our guys.
Yeah, I would say
they-
that's a testament to the work that the guys are doing
Yeah.
to continue to use our equipment to the best. Well
Yes,
done.
yes, excellent.
Do we have anything else we can sell? No, congratulate. That's good. That's good.
Just a quick update on our accreditation status. I put it in my staff update last week that I would be attending our accreditation meeting on Friday. I was in attendance and we were reaccredited for another 3-year time period unanimously by the accreditation board with a very positive report from our assessors. And then also, while in attendance, I was nominated and approved to serve on the Wiley Egg board to represent the FBI National Academy spot. So I'll be serving in that
Congratulations.
capacity moving forward. Thank you.
Congratulations. Chief, you can't get away from any extra assignments, can you?
No. I was just recently contacted to sit on a national court committee, and they really wanted me to provide some input that I relayed to a different committee. Their last meeting was in Billings, Montana, I believe they said, and I was able to respectfully decline that offer.
Well, I say that kiddingly. I think it's great that you do step up and are willing to serve above and beyond just the community, but other communities and the entire law enforcement world as a whole. So thank you.
All right. It's been a rough week in the fire world. Chief Little retired on the 30th. Got his last call in on that day, 15 minutes before his final call went out. So car accident on Cottonwood Avenue. So it was good to see him in the truck. There were some really cool pictures taken. So those will be put up on our Facebook page. As everybody heard, there were the 2 big fires out east. 13 people in Philadelphia and 19 plus probably more coming. dead in a couple apartment fires. We lost 3 members in our state this year already. 2 died in a line of duty traffic accident on 51 from Mineral Point. And then we just lost a chief over the weekend. He was a former chief of the city of Beloit, and he was a chief in Illinois who passed away at his home suddenly. So it's been a rough week for us. So a lot of keep all of our firefighters in your thoughts and prayers.
Thank you, Chief. Anybody else have any announcements? I do want to give an announcement on the Bark River, and this does kind of give a shout out to Trustee Myers. With the last year, the bid having done the I can't even remember the exact name of the Bark River Bash. The bid did it. Multiple organizations came to be with it. Now we have the skating rink. We have the beer garden. We're updating the equipment at Nixon Park. We've got the lawn mowed so you can get up there and fish. There's a lot of things that have taken care by the river, and I know that Trustee Myers has really pushed for years to make the Bark River area in Heartland all that it can be. I think that it's very close to being that, and I think that deserves a special shout out, and I just want to give a special thank you. It's not just Trustee Myers, it's the park board and lots of different people, DPW, that have worked hard to make it that way, but I think we're really close to making it something special, so I just wanted to give a special thank you, because I do believe that was your push that led to it being there as quickly as it could, and kind of directing it, so thank you to yourself, the DPW, and Ice Age Trail, and everybody that's worked on it, Kiwanis, Park Board, that worked really hard. There's a lot of different people that work to make it what it is now, but it's something really beautiful that's making Heartland great. I do think it deserves a special thank you, so thank you. Any other announcements? All right, at this time, we have a consideration of a motion to recess to closed session pursuant to statutes 19.85, 1C, consideration of employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which a governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility regarding the interim village administrator, and to reconvene into open session pursuant to 19.85, Section 2, for the purpose of consideration of any action that may be necessary and appropriate. To go into closed session, it requires a roll call vote. I will request that roll call vote at this time.
Trustee Pfeiffer?
Aye.
Trustee Doro?
Aye.
Trustee Myers?
Aye.
Trustee Walsheiger?
Aye.
Trustee Connor?
Aye.
Trustee Mielke?
Aye.
President Canister?
Aye. We'll take 5 minutes. We'll go into closed session. Sorry for those of you that cannot attend. Welcome back to the Village of Heartland meeting. Thank you for joining us.
47.
The motion was made to come back into open session. If anybody would like to make a motion based on the discussion that happened in closed session, it would be entertained by the village president.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to have,
Sorry, I'm just having trustee Pfeiffer open the door.
Sorry, we will wait one moment as the door is open, just to make sure everybody knows that this is an open meeting, as that is what us on this board are all about.
all right.
The door is open and we are ready to go. I would entertain a motion.
All right. I'm trying to entertain one. I'd like to make a motion to have the president send out a performance review on interim Administrator Bailey to allow the board to review and make recommendations. Based off of that, we will consider a pay increase prorated to the performance review, and as needed, can be retroactive. Also would like to add to that motion that we want to contact legal to get their advice on pursuing an opportunity for interim Administrator Bailey to do a unique combined role of becoming the actual administrator of Heartland, as well as maintain his position as role of a finance administrator, and to make sure that we are in right to make this proposal without any legal ramifications.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. For clarification, Trustee Connor, can I ask, and I will ask on the second, and I'm being serious about this, your intention was that was all one motion, just as we did discuss it in closed session? Was that in your intention on the second? Yes. Okay. Is there any discussion on that item? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. I would entertain, we're back in open session. There's nothing left on the agenda. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion that we adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and second that we adjourn this meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? There's no opposition. We're adjourned. Thank you.